and on there, so he can do that. But I'm gonna tell him, listen, it's on or before. We got to get all the title work, paperwork, and everything together. We really got to figure out that he's got a solar lease on the house. I hate solar leases, can't stand them. $120 a month, $41,000 payoff. I hate solar leases, but it has to transfer to the new buyer, so we need to get all that information from the solar. It sucks. But hey, listen, if you can get the house at a discount, I'm getting it literally 60, 70,000 below market. It's a great neighborhood. Houses are going, they're not flying off the shelf, but they're good deals. But my max allowable was 189. I'm at 180. We might be able to push the envelope a little bit. We'll see. But I'm turning down the street right now, and I am gonna take a right here, and I am going to turn around. I'm gonna write a contract and go knock on this guy's door. I'm gonna go knock on this guy's door and give him the written contract. All right. So here's the deal. Get my contract out here so I can show you. Where's my contract? That's the other property. Where's my contract? That's what I have. Okay. Here we go. Contract. So here's my contract. So I'm going to write a contract right now. I'm going to go knock on his door. Now, here's the deal. I left without the contract, which is like a cardinal sin. That's stupid. I've been doing this for 15 years. I know better. Pissed at myself right now. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to put 180,000. Right. So all I'm filling in is price right now. 180,000. Put $100. I'm going to put tomorrow as a date. So what's tomorrow? So tomorrow is when is tomorrow? Tomorrow's 22nd. So I'm going to put Feb 22nd, 2019 at 5 p.m. So I need to know by 5 p.m. tomorrow. I've got $100 earnest money. And closing on or before, I'm going to put February 21st, 2019, on or before. Now, it's as is, whereas we're paid all closing costs. So I'm going to sign it, right? I'm going to date it, 1/21/19. Okay? Now I'm going to go up to the guy and deliver the contract. So you guys want to hang out? I wish I could take you with me. It'd be funny if you could take you with me. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull up in front of the house, like so. Where did it go? Wait, is it him? No, he's on that corner. He's on this corner right here. All right, so I'm gonna, here's his, so he's on the corner right here. I'm just gonna pull up. So you guys wait here, right here. Just wait right here. I'm gonna go in, talk to the seller. I'm gonna give him this written contract, and I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
All right, there we go. So went in, talked to the seller. Actually, told him that okay, down this way. Basically, he told them that. So here's the deal for you guys. Listen right now. I went to an appointment. I'm just coming from an appointment right now. Went to an appointment, met with the seller, gave a number to work for us, and stupid me, I did not leave a contract. which is stupid. Don't ever not. Don't. No, I'm not a big leave a contract guy, but you got to give something in writing, because having a contract is a precursor. Having a written offer, my following offer, is a precursor to actually getting the contract. So you have to have a written offer. So I just went back, talked to the seller, and I basically told him, listen, I didn't leave you a contract. I'm serious about this property. If you want to move forward with it, you have something in writing. I'll give you till 5 p.m. tomorrow. If you're ready, you guys can commit by 5 p.m. tomorrow. I've got some other contracts out right now. Can't get them all, right? So, I mean, if you guys are serious, you really want to do this, you want to move forward with it, then I need to know ASAP. And here's something in writing. Let you know I can get this done. So, he was very appreciative. But, as I left with you guys, and I left, and I had a gut feeling I should go back. So now talking to the seller, he actually said that, he goes, thank you so much for bringing that back. I appreciate it. I said there's a pretty good chance we'll do business together. That's what he said, right? So I just took it now a whole different level. I took it from a conversation, just having a conversation, to now we gave him a legal binding contract, right? The legal binding just came. Legal binding contract. Now the guy's going to make a choice. You want to move forward or not? Now, I set my price. Could he negotiate from there? Yes. But will I negotiate from there? No. Right? I'm at my I'm close to my number already. So I know the situation. There's a point where you're negotiating with a seller, and you know that they need you more than you need them, right? And remember, I don't need anybody. I'm just like, what's a great thing about going in and talking to motivated sellers when you don't care if you get the deal? Because it's not going to make or break me. I don't care. So if you go in and you care and you got to pay rent, if you don't close this deal, you can't pay rent, or you can't pay your mortgage, or then what happens? You admit this fear, and that fear sellers can smell. It's almost like fear. That's why if you got a sales guy that's working with you that's broke, it doesn't work, man. You gotta change that, and you gotta change that mentally frame that different. If you got a sales guy that's going on he's not getting wins, you gotta change that. You gotta reframe that, because sellers can smell fear like dogs can smell fear. If you go into a seller and you are fearful and you need the contract, you have to get it, and you're eager to get the contract, great. I do the opposite. I do the exact opposite. I'm not eager. I'm like, listen, I'm busy. I'd love to do business with you. I'm not going to force you, and I'm not your best bet. I said, your best bet is probably to list it or rent it. And if you don't want to list it or rent it, then I'm your best bet. But I'm your best bet at this price, and I create a ton of convenience. You don't have to fix anything. You don't have to do anything. We'll take care of everything. So what happens is I took him down the path of listing. Have you considered listing? Well, I thought you guys did. I said, I'm not an agent. I'm not going to list it. I'm not doing that. That's not my deal. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to find out the best options and just trying to figure out how you can get the most amount of money, maybe not in the shortest period of time, but you can capitalize on getting the most amount of money. And I gave him that. I said, have you listed it? Have you done it? So I basically pushed him away. I said, I'm not your best bet. I said, I'm the guy that comes in, and when you need to sell your house, I'm your guy. I can get it done. I tell you I'm going to get it done. I've been doing this for 15 years. If I say I'm going to get it done and I'm going to sign a contract, it's going to be a contract price I can get done, and you can count on it. Period. Now, what am I infusing into him? Confidence, right? I'm infusing confidence. I have zero fear. I don't care if he signs or not, right? You know what I mean? It's not going to affect income. You know, yeah, I'll get a deal. Great. If I don't, well, who cares? It's not like I can't pay my mortgage if I don't get this deal, right? But you can't go in because sellers smell fear, just like dogs smell fear, right? So got to go in as if you don't want to. Remember, you're the buyer. You go into a car lot and try to close the sales guy to sell you a car. You close the sales guy. That's what do they call it? Bass backwards, right? It's backwards. So act like a buyer. And guess what? Buyers are picky. Buyers don't like solar panels. Guess what? I always try to find something about the property that's a hang-up. Listen, dude, you got solar. I can't give you $200,000 with solar on the property. That is such a deterrent for so many buyers. Of $120 a month, they have to assume it. It's a big pain in the neck. Nobody wants to deal with it. You know that as well as I do. I said, you know what? Our typical rule of thumb, if one of my team members was out here, we wouldn't do the deal because we're solar. But you know what? You're lucky today because I'm here, right? And I'm willing to do it, but I'm not going to do it for $200,000. I'll do it for $180,000. I'll do it for $180,000. $180,000, I'll deal with the solar. $200,000, you take the solar, you get rid of the solar, and then we'll have a discussion. And he's like, what is he going to say? Right? Done. So that house, he's going to go. So what happens is, I'm going to show this at, for you guys going to Find and Flip Summit, I'm going to show a killer app that we're using for our hot follow-ups. So I use my sales team. So for our hot follow-ups, we're using this, and it is the coolest app to keep your team on target for deals, goals, amount of revenue they're pushing, what their goal revenue target is for the month, and also too, so you can see exactly what's going on. You can see all their hot follow-ups. You can see every deal they got in the pipeline. You can see where they are, those deals in the pipeline process, if offers are actually made or not, right? Which is killer. So I'm going to share that. It's not my app. I didn't invent it or do anything. I just found it's pretty killer. But I'm going to share that with you at Find and Flip. So if you guys are at Find and Flip, you're going to love it. Because I'm going to show that app, and it's killer on how to manage your team, manage your sales guys. So anyways, so recap. So this lead came in, pay-per-click advertising lead came in. Seller's motivated. Why? Because they're in escrow to purchase another property. So it's not a financial issue. He had an offer with somebody else. The guy fell through, couldn't make the numbers work, came back and wanted to renegotiate his price. Didn't like that. And so now he calls us. Deal fell out of escrow. He's going to close on his other deal. I bring him down the path of the bottom line is what do you want to do? Let's talk about your options. We talk about listing. We talk about renting. He didn't want to do any of those. So I'm like, here, then I'm your offer. My offers. I started out at 167 to 170, 157 to 170. I moved up to 180, but I needed a decision in 24 hours, right? That's how it came out. I said there's a good chance I might not be able to do it if I get one of these accepted offers on another deal. I said, but if you act quick and you get me information, then I can move quickly. So what happened was I left the appointment without the contract. I had to turn around, right? You guys have been with me this whole time, and actually turn around and go back and give the seller the contract. I did that, and he basically said that there's a good chance that we're going to do business together. And you know what else he said too that I didn't mention before? I mentioned earlier what he said before was that he said, thank you so much for being straight up and candid with me. He goes, honestly, I really appreciate that. I said, it's been hard to find trying to sell a house. That's what he said. So think about that, right? That alone might win the deal. That alone might win the deal. Because if you're straight up with people, you tell them like it is. I tell people, man, I'm not your best option. I said, I'm the guy that comes in and I'll save the deal and I can close it when you need to close it. But if you're trying to get the highest price possible and you got plenty of time to waste and plenty of time to sit on the market, then I'm not your guy. The best thing for you is to list it. And if you don't want to list it, then you know what? Hang on to and rent it. If you don't want to rent it, then I'm your guy, right? Because other options, then there's 15 other guys that do what I do. If they're going to give you a higher price on the property, guess what? You're going to be stuck in escrow like the last guy, and you're going to fall out. And this time, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose your house, lose your house you're in escrow in, and you're not going to be able to get it done, and you're toast. So there's something to be said. We're not hiding anything. I got a message from someone on Instagram asking, saying, hey, I feel bad. I feel like I'm taking advantage of people. And you're not taking advantage. I mean, I believe with my whole heart that I am providing an incredible service to a small percentage of the population. The small percentage are the people who need to sell, right? That need to sell and get out of their house, and they need to move quick. Well, guess what? They've got to move. I've got access to all the buyers. We'll handle it. We'll make it seamless. We'll make it, we'll make it to where it is seamless for you. It's painless, but it comes with a price. You can't have both. You can't sell super quick and have price too. You can't do it. So basically the bottom line is we provide an amazing service for sellers, a small percentage, typically 3 to 5%, that want to sell their house quickly, right? So that's basically what we do. So when you do that, it helps you to, hold on, sorry, I lost my phone came down. What it does is if you're straight up with people, people will be straight up with you back. And more times than not, you'll win the deal just because you've been straight up with them, right? If you try to play games and try to, mislead them and do all that type of stuff, you're going to find yourself not getting deals, right? And then you're going to find yourself in tough situations, and you don't want to have that either. So it's just better to just be straight up with people. Don't act like you need it, right? Be a real buyer, and go in there, because the wholesaling, you're trying to close the deal, but remember, you're trying to be a buyer. So I try to find one thing that does, in this particular property, had solar on it. Solar sucks. I hate it. I'm not going to I can't give a retail price with solar. Can't do it. So I gave him a price that made sense. I know that my company can be successful. He can be successful, and he can get it done. And I am pretty sure that he is going to sign that contract. All right, so I'm back at the office. And I'm going to sign off with you guys. I've got a bunch of work to do. So thank you guys for watching. Take care. God bless. Make sure you put on your post notifications. I go live all the time on here, and I'll take you to appointments, go through scenarios, and guys, I'm telling you, you'll learn a ton of stuff. So you can get more contracts, so you can get more deals done. And it's what it's all about. It's about making offers. You're not going to win every single one, but you will win. And the ones that you do win, you'll be pretty good. You can make a lot of money on them. And